I did not ask you. Wait a second. I did not.
Yes or no? Yes or no?
I did.
Leah, let me ask you.
I did not ask if he was single.
Allow me to remind
you. You.
Please only answer the questions. I have my gavel.
What's happening with my hair?
Did you? Now this is a yes/no
that's
question.
A subject changer right there.
Right there you go. She's trying to divert. Did you or did you not ask Jack where he went to college?
I did, because he mentioned that he was a college student.
Yes/no question. Please answer the question. Did you or did you not ask Jack where he went to college?
Yes.
In the previous questioning, did you or did you not ask about the dating availability of someone else in the studio?
No.
You didn't ask if somebody else was single?
No.
I'm not saying Jack.
No.
Did I?
Yes.
Was it for you? Because you? Yeah.
The judge is even getting okay.
Case dismissed. Yeah, you win. You're free to go.
Thank you, sir.
Sorry, Jack. You're gonna have to look elsewhere. She's lost interest.
Oh man.
All good.
It just was very weird. We're on camera, and she's like, "Oh, Jack's good looking," and I'm like,
Yeah. As soon as the headsets went on, things started changing.
She
in the
changes.
studio.
I did not do any of this. You guys are
Jack. I don't know if X Legends, you guys have like training or whatever, but we had this harassment training we have to take, and Leah must have skipped it. I guess I don't know. I'm gonna put Jack on camera.
I wish I could I could defend myself. I wish you would give me a minute here to defend myself.
You have 1 minute.
Mike was here. Who was here?
Hold on a second.
Listen.
Your minute has not started yet.
It hasn't started. I have 1 minute. You're going to give me an actual timer.
Go ahead now.
Oh, the minute has already started.
Yeah,
Mike was here, who is I don't know who he is for X Legends, but we know Mike. We've seen him out before. He had places to go.
I'm sorry. Your minute's up. Thank you. Well, the timer says it was.
There
we go.
That was not a minute.
Case reinstated. Bailiff, take her to jail. So it just got weird. I apologize, Jack. Is any of this uncomfortable for you?
Leah's presence in here.
All right,
it's okay.
I don't want to hear from the X Legends human resource people via email later and go, and any of that. So if I've made you uncomfortable in any way, or if Leah has, we apologize.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Leah, any apology?
No, because I didn't do anything. I did not do anything.
I don't want to, Jack, I guess.
Oh my gosh. First of all, we were actually talking about Mike and how good he smelled and how he had places to go. So he was nicely dressed.
I feel like it was Leah. Leah was talking about it, right? Did I mention Mike in any way, shape, or
did.
After you talked about how good he smelled and then he had places to go, and you said to Jack, do you have any place to go? And then Jack,
you guys are twisting my words.
Jack was like, no, and you made him feel bad. And then I was trying to talk to Jack, but you wouldn't let me speak to him directly. So anything I was trying to ask Jack, you would say to him. You repeated. Jack, did all those things really happen?
Yes. His hair was styled nicely. He smelled good. He dressed nice.
Yes, he
Mike
did.
Single.
He had places to go.
And Jack is just some crappy college student.
Yeah.
Do you understand these men have axes and you're poking the bear?
Whatever.
Axe Legends is here. We're just dicking around now. AxeLegends.com. We ran into these guys at the Gurney. What was it called?
Bonfires and Brews.
Bonfires and Brews.
Mm-hmm.
And they have it's a mobile axe throwing business. You guys don't have a place. You take your trailer around that is geared up for mobile axe throwing. And I wondered how that would work. And look, it's brilliant.
Yeah, it is really cool.
They have a magnet in there that they put the axe on the magnet. Look at me.
Yeah, what's cool about us is everyone always asks, where can I find you guys? And so it's wherever you want to be.
Your
we bring
backyard.
the party to you.
Yeah.
Your backyard, parking lot,
so
festivals.
That was a festival and it was free. What are we talking about?
The auto. I just don't want you.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
She's a fine co-pilot, other than the fact that she makes me sit on her lap. I don't understand where that comes from. But you go out with it. What are you mostly like? We saw you at a festival and it was free. Do you go out to like carnivals and things and whatever, and then you charge for it, right? I mean, Gurney just had you come out and people could do it, or were you charging there and I just didn't pay? Or
No, so we have two different types of payment systems. So we have one where we'll get booked out by a big festival. So we did a big anime convention in Rosemont Convention Center.
Was that just last weekend or the weekend before?
No, that was last summer.
Oh, okay.
So that was a 4-day. They had like over 40,000 people there.
That's crazy.
And so we got booked out by them, but we also charge people to throw. And then our other more common payment system is where people will book us out for a specific amount of time, and we will just let whoever's there throw for free.
That's
like they're covering the.
Yeah, so we do a lot of graduation parties, especially in June.
Okay.
We do a lot of corporate team building events. We've done events for Granger, FedEx.
Here's your
All right,
axe.
we're gonna put Lumberg up by the target now, and now the contest is to not hit him. We hope nobody accidentally does. Or you put pictures of the boss up there.
Oh yeah.
Do people do weird stuff like that? Like picture your ex up there and throw an axe at it, or
Oh, like a divorce party.
Yeah.
That's a good idea. But we've had a lot of people actually ask that. Like, can I put my boss up there or a picture of them?
And you don't.
You try not to inspire homicide, but sometimes
sometimes it's justified.
You ever get the vibe that somebody's out there practicing on their ex, you know, or whatever? They're like, I just need to be able to put the axe center mass. Do most people suck initially? Because I know I got one to stick, and I felt like I was the king of the world. Not to hit the bullseye or anything, but just to stick.
Yeah, but I mean that's the goal of it. You know, you come in. A lot of people have not thrown axes before, and we have
figure.
We have some really very experienced and well coached axe coaches that can coach you through step by step. And it takes a couple throws. You got to get the feel of it with the rotation and how hard you got to throw it. But I will say most people stick it within the first 5 throws at least once, maybe not the bullseye, but
do they lick it first?
Of course. That's how you make it stick. That's why we keep inviting people up to come.
Why are you laughing? Don't you?
I have never licked an axe before.
Listen, you have to lick it
before you stick it.
Before you stick it.
Maybe that's why I'm not.
If we've learned anything from the club, has anybody ever licked the axe?
No,
that's good.
If somebody licked the axe, would they be kicked out of the trailer?
I think a lot of eyebrows would be raised. Like, what are you doing?
Why are you licking our axe? All right. Well, I want it to stick. So we'll talk about like how you can get them to come out, what the different things are a little bit more, and they have a toy version of it, which I'm a little pissed is not real axes.
Well, they can't bring the real axes.
If you look on the door here at Gurney Mills, Jack, there's a sign with a picture of a gun and a red circle around it and a slash through it. Do you know what that means?
No firearms allowed.
Yeah. Did you see a sign with a red circle and a slash through and a picture of an axe in it?
I did not.
Why did you tell him to not bring axes?
I told Mike, like, maybe not this time. Because you can't bring...
Next time.
Yeah, next time.
Jack, can you come back again?
Yes.
Can it be at 9 a.m. today? The trailer's too far away.
Trailer's too far. Mike's at work.
Yeah. All right. Jack has nowhere to be. It's pathetic. It's just some college student, all virile and sitting next to Leah. Coming up, Leah wrote down, we have a new segment coming up called The Guest Sits on Leah's Lap. That is straight ahead.
Why are you
just handed me a note that said that. This is joking around. Are you okay?
Yeah.
All right. Sometimes we get, and then we hear from people. Jack is here. It's axelegends.com. You can see what's going on in the studio. We're going to do with the toy version of it, and we'll talk about why they have that and all that. It's Ask an Axe Thrower, virile college student. 20 seconds is enough. Coming up on Will Rock. All right. No, he will not sit on your lap. Leah.
What?
That is-
Oh my
that is
God! Please
inappropriate.
stop.
That is inappropriate. So, Jack, where do you go to school?
He mentioned.
Did you ask that question?
Yes, but
Thank
he
you.
because
Just
he
answer the
mentioned.
question. This is a
oh,
yes/no question, Miss. Did you answer that question? Did you ask
Yes.
that question? Where do you go to
Yes.
school? You said U of I.
Because it was like
What year are you at U of I, Jack?
I will be a junior in the fall.
All right. She's like, well, what dorm do you live in? What's your room number?
Oh my gosh! Please stop it. Can you stop?
Is it the axe? What is it? Is it the axe? So he has a weapon. He's like a
I
lumberjack.
didn't say it.
Just delicious little lumberjack. Lumberjack. Do you use that?
No, but
At
I
work?
will now.
You need to. You guys have uniforms. You're wearing a T-shirt, right?
That's right.
And it's for Axe Legends. It's like your work uniform. You need to put your names on the back, and yours would be lumber hyphen.
I got Coach Jack on the
Yeah,
back.
it should be lumber.
Who the hell wasn't smart enough to put
think of
lumberjack? It's
lumberjack.
like, Coach
Mike.
Jack is Mike. You're lame.
Yeah,
lame.
lame.
I just called an axe throwing business guy lame.
Lame,
That's
yeah.
smart.
You got a target on
Will you
you now.
please lumber hyphen Jack? Okay.
I will. We'll get new
Good
ones.
idea,
rolling.
right? He should get a new shirt.
Yeah.
He should probably change out of this one now, huh, Leah?
Okay.
I like that she brought in an extra shirt for you, a Hofbrau shirt.
And it has buttons, so
if
you
you
can
need
leave it
to put in
unbuttoned.
the Hofbrau. There it is. There it is. I knew it. I feel like we're
If
doing.
you can't beat them, join them
I
at
feel
this
like we're doing
point.
a few good men,
Yeah.
and I just got you to say, I want the truth, and you're like, you can't
Can't
handle
the truth.
You're goddamn right. I want him in that shirt. We want Jack in that shirt. We need Jack in that shirt because deep down in places you don't think about, you want him there. You want him with an unbuttoned shirt
Oh my
sitting
God.
next to you in the studio. Either way, I don't care. Jack's changing his shirt and throwing some axes in the studio.
Leo, are you blushing right now?
Yeah, I am.
You just asked the guests to change shirts.
I did not. You did.
Jack, again, at any point, if you want to stop this conversation, because I'm really just pimping Leah today. So,
Okay, I'm done.
Are you all
I'm
right?
done. Yeah.
I
No,
asked
I'm
you
not
as
all
well
right.
if we could continue on this, and you're like, fine, I'm not doing it.
Yeah. No.
So
no,
Jack is
You've
here.
embarrassed me.
We'll be serious now. Axe
Mhm.
Legends is their business. And they do they can come out to your party or your event with their trailer, and it's really a cool setup. And then there's a toy version of it, which you brought in. I'm not sure about that. We'll talk about that coming up in a little bit. If you have any questions about what do you call it, Jack? The mobile axe throwing business?
Yeah, so we're Axe Legends. We are a mobile axe throwing company.
Is this like a franchise, or did you guys come up with this? I mean, there's other places that do this.
Like you have a brick and mortar, but this
Yeah,
is like
but
travel.
There's other mobile ones, I'm sure, or not.
No, we're like the biggest and only one in the Midwest.
Really?
Yeah, so that's what separates us apart from the brick and mortar
Mhm.
locations, because we can be wherever you want.
Yeah.
So it's hard to get a big party to go to an axe throwing
Mhm.
place, but if you can get the axe throwing place to come to you, it's an even better
Oh,
experience.
I don't think it's hard to go to an axe throwing place. I love going to an axe throwing place, but they're around, but I've never been. But this is the first time I've ever seen it or done it. It's a fun thing.
It
I
is
mean, if you're
fun.
gonna go out and do something, it's cool.
We had a girls'
I like
night
doing
and
it.
it got super competitive.
You went to a place, right? Yeah.
It got super competitive.
What place
though.
did you go to?
I don't even remember
right.
the name. Isn't
Um,
that bad?
But so you'll go to private residences or businesses or carnivals
Yeah,
or
all
whatever.
the time. So we
Yeah.
do a lot of graduation parties. We'll pull up in people's backyards or
Mhm.
their driveway, but for birthday parties as
Which
well.
is the season right now.
And
And
then, like you saw, the Gurney,
Yeah.
Beers and Brews,
Yeah.
or different other corporate events will pull up right in your parking lot.
Yeah. And you're based where Gurney is the central.
We're Lake County, so
Lake
we
County.
do a lot of Lake County and surrounding areas. We've traveled pretty far for some
What's the
events.
farthest that you've taken your axe trailer?
So this winter, we actually I was at school, but they did a trip up in Canada.
Oh, wow.
So
They don't
Why
have
do they
axes?
need you? No, I would think in Canada it's in everybody's
Mhm.
garage.
Oh,
You know,
yeah,
these people
that's where
have.
it started.
Yeah. Yeah, let's go to the garage. I'll go wood. We'll throw an axe at it. You know, or
Yeah, in the
whatever.
summer, a lot of Indiana, Iowa, but a lot of
Wow.
Chicago surrounding areas.
All right. If you have questions about this or you're interested in getting them to come out to your thing or whatever, you can text your questions in now to 800-223-9510, and we will check some of those coming up. We just got a text that says, can Jack take his shirt? Leah, you can't text that in. I know your number. It's 8:35.
I actually hate you right now. 75 and
Too bad
sunny
you don't have an
today.
axe.
56 overnight.
grind.
77 mostly sunny for tomorrow. You don't know what I carry around in my car.
Yeah.
64 in Round Lake Beach.
It's an axe.
Yeah.
Do you guys grind your axes? Like they say an axe to grind. That's like a grinder and you sharpen an axe. Do you guys sharpen the axes or do you just throw them out when they get dull or do they not get dull? Or
We do a little bit of both. So
this show is dull. You can grind us. Leah's asked if you'll grind on her. That just came to me.
That.
I am quick as lightning today. So do you have like a grinder and you sharpen your axes or
so we do sharpen them every so often just to keep them sharp. But
Makes
we also
sense.
sometimes do replace them if like the handle wears out.
Yeah. All right. So
we also travel with about 15 axes. We only use 3 at a time.
I was gonna say, why do you need 50?
Because you never know.
You never know when the zombie apocalypse is gonna break out. And I'm Daryl, damn it. Except to the set of crossbow, I got all these axes.
Plus, you might need them. We did an event where the trailer couldn't fit at a graduation party, and they let us cut down a tree. So we grabbed the axes.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, we grabbed axes out of the back and we cut down a tree.
Did you video that? Do you have video?
Yeah, it's on our Instagram.
That's
Official Axe
hilarious.
Legends. If you guys want to check it out,
What is your Instagram?
Official Axe Legends.
Official Axe Legends. Watch them. Hey, if you need any forestry work done, you can text that into. We'll go to the text line for Ask an Axe Guy coming up 800-223-9510. Yeah, go ahead and do it. Do it all, Leah.
All right. There's like one place that you would say is hell on earth. Don't answer. Don't answer. Just think of it. But you can't go in there and start throwing fish and carrots around. That story is on the way.
Fish and carrots.
Fish and carrots. Very specific. That's coming up after the 95 WIIL Rock 95 second update, which is brought to you by Plumbers and Steam Fitters Local 118. Looking for welders now? Go to ualocal118.com. A home under renovation near McHenry was destroyed in an early morning fire on Tuesday. Firefighters responded to the house fully engulfed in flames, leading to a second alarm for additional resources. No injuries were reported. The cause is under investigation. The parents of a student involved in an alleged grooming relationship with former Kenosha teacher Christian Enright have filed a $100 million civil lawsuit against Enright and the Kenosha Unified School District. Prosecutors have charged him with 22 counts of disorderly conduct. Enright has pleaded not guilty and posted a $5,000 cash bond. WIIL Rock Sports, that is brought to you by Pratt's Chimney Service. Chimney leaking? Call Pratt's today for a free estimate. Brewers, they beat the Marlins 7-5. Cubs beat the Braves 4-3. And the Chicago White Sox snapped a 4-game losing streak by beating the Blue Jays 5-0. Those series continue today. In the NBA playoffs, Boston Celtics rallied for a victory over the Indiana Pacers. Western Conference Finals tonight, Dallas at Minnesota. And in NHL playoffs, Florida Panthers at New York Rangers. And finally, let's do a countdown. I want to do a countdown for this one.
You want our minute timer again?
No. Like a 1, 2, like
okay.
Or 3,
5,
2. No.
5, 4, 3, and
1,
then you talk.
No.
Oh, okay.
Hell on Earth. It's a place. It's hell on Earth. 3, 2, 1. DMV.
My mind. What? That's my answer.
Hell on Earth is your mind.
Did I cry
I
this
said
morning?
A place. Almost.
My mind is a place.
No, like a location.
Like a tangible place that is hell on earth.
You ruined it.
Like why did I ruin it? Oh, you wanted me to say DMV at the same time. We don't script the show, Jack.
Obviously.
It comes out of my butt as we go. Look, can I do it again?
Yeah.
I don't have one because I just went to my mind and there's too much going on for me to actually answer the question. So
hell on Earth.
Can I think about it for a second, Jack?
Yes, that was my tease. You were supposed to think about it.
I'm over here trying to figure out ways to get Jack on camera more for you. But you want to jack off the camera. Oh my God. Camera.
I want to go home. All right. 3, 2, 1.
Leah's
DMV.
home. Am I just supposed to say DMV?
Everyone has
If I'm just supposed to say DMV, tell me I'm just supposed to say. Jack, will you play along?
Yes.
Okay.
All right.
We do the countdown.
All right. This place is hell on earth. Everyone agrees on it. Go 3, 2, 1. DMV.
Alpha Media. Oh, okay. I'm just not getting
Okay,
this right.
I'm done with you.
All right.
A man was arrested in Nebraska because he walked into a brand new DMV and started throwing around
Axes.
fish and carrots.
Was he out of it? Fish and carrots.
He shouted something fishy is going on here and then threw fish and carrots everywhere.
He was trying to make a point with the fish.
Yeah. I don't know where
did
the
he
carrots
reference
come
the
in.
carrots?
I know.
There's a lot of, I believe it's retinol in carrots, and it's good for your night vision. So if you're at the DMV, maybe he got in trouble because his vision was no good. And he's like, these are the carrots I eat. My vision is fine.
Perfect,
even at night, something's fishy going on. See, that's why my mind is hell on earth. I figured the crazy guy out, which means
in seconds, too.
I'm crazy.
Yeah.
I speak crazy.
Right.
Well, look at where I work.
I want to know, like, how much fish did he have?
How many carrots?
Right.
Leah's planning like a crock pot thing.
Must have been a lot, though.
I want to know what kind of fish. I want to know, is it like grouper, or is it how big, and where did he get it?
Listen, it must have been a lot because officials say that he caused $9,000 in damage.
I call BS on that. You're not causing. Jack could go in and he's a professional axe thrower with an axe, a bunch of axe.
Still not cost $9,000.
There's not. You seen the chairs at the DMV?
Oh, the worst.
They're not worth $9,000.
Well, it was mostly to the carpet and ceiling.
Oh, okay. So. Well, that makes sense. He was not good with the fish and carrots. If that's all he's hitting, that's not a target.
It's a very.
He was arrested and charged with assault with a deadly fish.
Criminal mischief.
All right. All right. And we don't know what his beef is. No, sorry, not beef. Carrots. Fish.
Fishes.
We don't know what his complaint was.
We don't know what
he wasn't like denied a license, or that should be in the story.
He didn't say what was so fishy, but I'm sure he wasn't mentally stable, obviously.
You think? Okay. I know not mentally stable. I spend a lot of time with it on a daily. And she's never thrown. Have you ever thrown fish at anyone?
I've never thrown a fish at anyone.
Ever thrown any food at anyone?
Yeah.
What did you throw?
I don't remember, but I know I threw food at somebody.
Out of anger?
Yeah, we got into a fight. It happened in the cafeteria, and it wasn't a food fight, but it was an argument. Yeah, it was all I had. That was my weapon.
Emily's dream was to have somebody throw a drink in her face, and nobody did. And I always said on the air, I'm like, come up to the
I'll do it. Yeah. Sweet Emily.
You're so nice. Oh, yeah. She wants to borrow an axe and go to Emily's house. Jack, have you ever thrown food at anybody?
I have in the cafeteria. I've also thrown a drink at somebody, too.
I bet you hit him, though. Jack,
did.
That is such a chick thing to throw a drink at somebody.
Well, me and my buddy, we were hanging out somewhere at a party, and I went to go throw it because he was throwing ice cubes at me. So I went to go throw my drink at him, and he moved out of the way, and I hit the kid right behind him.
And then what happened?
I apologized to the kid, and he was like, "Okay,
it's all cool."
Yeah. He was like more stunned.
Wow, he's dreamy and has a good personality and pleasant demeanor.
Jack.
I was being a jerk. I know it's hard to believe. I was being a jerk to a girl that I knew from college. She came to Hogs and Kisses when I dissed Jackie there in Lake Geneva, and I was being kind of a jerk to her. And she threw her drink in my face, which I deserved. And I wasn't like super angry, but I just looked at her. I threw my drink back in hers. And she was stunned. She's like, what the hell? I go, you threw yours on me. So please don't do that when we get the toy axes out here, okay?
I'll try my best.
All right, coming up, Jack is here. We're going to talk about axe throwing. If you want to know more, go to axelegends.com. If you have questions, text them in now. We'll get them answered. It's Ask an Axe Thrower. I will rock. Father's Day is coming up. They asked me to Omaha Steaks time, and they're coming to the house, and I'm lying in wait. They asked me to, when I talk about Omaha Steaks, kind of figure out a way to group it in with, things that are important to me. I love my air fryer. I love my little dog Peanut. I like riding the motorcycle, all of those things. And I love steak from Omaha Steaks. I actually asked before we even started doing our endorsements with Omaha Steaks, I asked if they could seek out Omaha Steaks. There are things that I'm a real believer in, and that is one of them. And as a father for Father's Day, I don't want stuff. Dads don't want stuff. It's just more stuff to pile up in the house. I don't want stuff. I want an experience, and if it's one I can enjoy by firing up the grill or even the air fryer or whatever, there's so many ways and so many different things to do Omaha Steaks. That's what I want. I want my sons to get me Omaha Steaks, and I want to sit down, grill them with them, and eat them with them. And right now, if you go to omahasteaks.com and use promo code WI for Wisconsin, IL for Illinois, you get exclusive savings. That's promo code WIIL. Shop for unforgettable gifts that are guaranteed to make Dad's day. Because if there's one thing Omaha Steaks knows, it's that dads want steak, and that is the truth. Some great deals going on right now. Omaha Steaks is the world's best beef, naturally aged for ultimate tenderness, juiciness, and flavor. Don't get dad some more garbage that he's got a pile in the garage. Get him Omaha Steaks. That's omahasteaks.com. Promo code WIIL at checkout to save on exclusive packages starting at just $89. omahasteaks.com. Promo code WIIL.
Allergies, they suck. They suck, and it affects the quality of your life. Maybe you never had allergies, and this season you're realizing, man, my eyes are itchy, or my throat is kind of scratchy. I'm really congested. What's going on here? Allergies change over time. That's why you have to schedule an appointment with Dr. Swardlin and his team at sinusandSnoringMD.com. I did last year. I went in there, and it was probably about fall time because I was starting to feel not so great. Did the allergy test, found out that environmentally speaking, the fall is the time of year that just sucks for me. So they created these drops, and the test, by the way, super simple. It's a scratch test. I think it takes like 15 minutes or so to get the results. And then they create these drops for you. They go under your tongue, immunotherapy. And over time, you're able to deal with the things that you're allergic to. It really is great. Their mission there is to help you regain the quality of your life. And they do that with the allergies, the sinuses, and the snoring. They'll take care of you. 4 locations: Kenosha, Oak Creek, Mount Prospect, and Lombard. Schedule your appointment today. SinusandSnoringMD.com.
95 Will Rock. This is The Breakdown.
Corso here with the 95 Will Rock Breakdown for Wednesday, May 22nd. Thanks to Windy City Rooter. They drain your pipes, not your wallet. Nonpoint have released a new song titled Underdog with a video to go along with it that you can see for yourself over at 95willrock.com. The band stated that the new tune urges listeners to embrace their underdog status and defy expectations. Dropkick Murphys have announced that they will be hitting the road this fall for a North American tour. They'll be bringing along the band Pennywise for support, with them making a stop in Milwaukee at the Riverside Theater on Tuesday, October 22nd. And finally, here's something you don't hear about every day. The other day, wildlife rangers in Colorado spent hours trying to lure a bear out of a tree that had been terrorizing garbage cans in a town about 15 miles from Denver. After a few hours and no success, even using a drone to aggravate it out, the Rangers decided to blast Black Sabbath's Iron Man. Apparently, the bear is a Sabbath fan because it was unfazed and came down on its own a couple hours later. There you go. That was the 95 Will Rock Breakdown. Thanks to Hagen Homes for quality new home construction you'll love to live with.
For more info on concerts, events, and everything that rocks, go to 95willrock.com.
Oh, as a mountain was he, Daniel was a man, yes, a big man. He was
Throwing an axe just like Jack. And axelegends.com. You get them to come out to your event, whether it's a big festival, or you got some kind of event in your home, party or something, and you want to have them come out. Now, this is the number one question we're getting on the text line, Jack, and I know you probably don't want to or can't say it, but it's about pricing. Like to have you guys come out. Let me ask you this: like, if it's a private event, I'm having a divorce party or a bachelor party or bachelorette party or whatever it is, graduation party. You said are busy right now. Like, how long do you go out to something for? Or is there like a graph, a chart or something? 3 hours or 5 hours or something like that? Or?
So every quote that you reach out to us for, every quote is personalized to that event. It depends on location, how many people, the duration of the event, and location.
Yeah. There's a lot of variables, like driving to Iowa is going to cost more than
Canada,
doing it. Yeah. All right. So you really need to. I'm trying to get because that is the number one thing people want to know, and I know it's hard, and you don't want to
say it.
Well, you said on the radio it was $30. I want it for $30. We're here in Des Moines. If there's an event in Gurnee, what is like the shortest event? How I want you there for 2 hours or something. Or will you do that, or like what's the shortest event?
So we do a minimum of 2 hours.
Minimum, okay.
And so the easiest way to get pricing is to email us at info@axelegends.com. We will email you a pricing one sheet, and that will give you a personalized quote for your event.
I'm going to send that to you now. Now pretend I sent that to you, and I want a 2-hour event, and I'm in Gurnee at my home near where you guys are. What would my quote be? You don't want to say.
He never said that you guys were based out of Gurnee, though, did you?
I'm in Lake County. Well, it's secret where they're at. There's an axe cave.
Well, we don't.
Axe man. Quick to the axe mobile. Jack, put on your leotard. Your shirt that says,
shirt.
What's it going to say on the back of your shirt?
Lumberjack.
Lumberjack.
Jack.
Yeah, that's a no-brainer.
But you send an email to
info@axelegends.com, and then we can get you a pricing one sheet that's a customized quote for your event.
I'm just going to do it right now, and I'm going to say I live right next to Gurnee Mill.
But Jack is here. Mike's working, so
it's going to take. They're not going to get it during the show.
They might not. Yeah.
All right, fine.
We will respond within 24 hours.
There it is.
I expect to hear from you by 8:53 Thursday morning. If you want to know more, you can go to their website, axelegends.com. We'll go to the text line to see what those questions are. Again, coming up in just a couple minutes, 800-223-9510. And there's a little toy portable one. They didn't bring the real axes in. We will find out what's up with that, and Leah will get her comeuppance.
Yeah, I will.
On the WIIL Rock Morning Show, axe throwing competition numero uno. That is all straight ahead. You want to hang with Jen Mar and get some meat? Go meat deals for you this holiday weekend. 95 WIIL Rock. You can tell it's summer. How can you tell it's summer? The
meat truck is out.
The parking lot meat truck is up. I'm on a radio website. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
And everybody posts their picture when they do their first ever meat truck remote. I did it. Has Jen Mar done a meat truck remote before?
I think she might have done one last year. I don't know, though. I'm not her.
It is a radio rite of passage, right?
Yeah,
Have you done one?
I've done several.
Did you post your picture?
I don't think so.
Yeah, post your picture.
Doesn't count if you don't post it.
95 WIIL Rock at Prime House Direct truckload meat sale. It goes on today through Saturday, 8 in the morning until 7 at night. 20 ribeyes for $39.99. They got New York strips, Delmonico's, boneless chicken, jumbo shrimp, and more. Jen will be there from 3 until 5 on. It says Friday from 3 until 5.
And then Wayne,
Saturday from 11 until 1.
Wayne's going to be out on Saturday. Jen's going to be out on Friday.
Doesn't say who on here. Jen on Friday, Wayne on Saturday in the Menards parking lot. Oh, there it is. It'll be Jen on Friday and Wayne on Saturday.
Come here, Pop. Let me point out to you. You want my readers?
These words are so small. Call them on my jitterbug and find it. So Jen Mar Friday, 3 to 5, and Wayne Saturday from 11 until 1.
Right.
We're going to have a little thing I like to call liner writing class after the show, and I'm going to put Pop's foot down. If you have the need for any of that, go out and see those guys. You can get all the info on the road trips page at 95WIILRock.com. I need more axe throwing music. I gotta go with Daniel Boone, I think. Right?
Daniel Boone
I don't
was
know
a
who Daniel
man.
Boone is, but
Yes,
sure.
a big man.
Okay, Davy Crockett, you know that one?
Yeah, I know.
Davy Crockett,
yep.
king of the wild frontier. Same coonskin cap, out there in the woods fighting bears.
Yeah.
You would need an axe.
Yep.
Jack hasn't heard of any of these things
It's
because
a baby.
yes, he was.
Which is why I would not hit on Jack.
Anymore.
And oh my God, Jack, why are you doing this to
Further
me?
because your hand is on his knee. Leah. I don't even think you know what you're doing. Oh, all right.
It's
You're-
not my hand.
All right. Ah, you're rubbing your what against him?
My
Do
foot.
you have
of
an
course.
exceptionally long genital? All right. Let's change. It's even uncomfortable for me. Let's change and go to the text line if you have questions. 800-223-9510. Text them in. A lot of questions. Most of them doing pricing. Now, it is very specific to the event, the number of people, the location. So I understand that you don't want to give a quote out on the air because it won't be accurate. There's no real way to do that. But I talked to him and gave him some specifics. And I will say this. It's reasonable. If you're having a party, this is a cool thing to do at a reasonable price. And they're not paying to be here, which they should be. Has one of our salespeople talked to you yet about advertising?
No, so they would have to
Go
talk to Mike.
figure. Go figure. Are you interested in advertising?
Possibly.
All right. Well, I'm sure a salesperson will come busting through the door at any moment.
There are no salespeople here.
Okay, I guess a different moment. Anyway, but it's reasonable if you're having an event, you want to just pay for it for your friends to come out or whatever. But if you're having like a big guys event or whatever, and everybody kicks in,
It's not bad.
do this.
Yeah.
Do this.
Yeah, we think it's very reasonable, as well as, like, sometimes the trailer isn't for everybody. So we also offer, like, inflatable rentals, mobile archery, and other games.
That's
and also
cool.
portable targets as well.
I didn't realize that there were other games that you guys have.
Yeah, so we come with a lot of games. So, like, the games that come with the trailer, Hammerschlagen, Ringo,
You guys got
Cornhole.
Hammerschlagen?
We do. It's very popular at big events.
I talked to them when they had it at the Gurney Beers and Brews or whatever.
Bonfire and Brews.
That's what I said. And you can go.
You said
and,
the same thing, Beers and Brews.
I will go to the tape and play
Okay.
it for you. I need a couple minutes to edit it. But they had Hammerschlag in there. They have that in Milwaukee at the old German beer hall too. They have it up in Chippewa Falls at the Northern Wisconsin Fair or whatever,
Right.
Lining Kugels and all that. And it was the first time I ever saw it. There's a lesson in this, Jack. You should be writing this down. And it was the first time I saw or did Hammerschlagen. And for those who don't know, it's a stump and a nail and a hammer, and you're smacking the nail in. And it's a little contest. You go around in a circle and everybody takes a whack at the nail. You can do it individually but you can go around a circle and hand the hammer on, and whoever gets it
in first,
planted in, whoever gets that one nail planted in, that's a contest. Or you can see how you can do it.
Right.
I went up to the nail, and this is real Hammerschlag, and at the Lining Kugels, the Northern Wisconsin, whatever, Chippewa Falls, put that nail down, one whack, hammer, nail all the way in. And since then, I have done nothing but bend nails. You get them where they bend, or they go on an angle, or you hit it and it shoots off or whatever. Hammerschlagen is a fun game. Yeah, and you guys bring that. You bring the stump out and the hammer and the nails and everything.
Yeah, we bring everything out, as well as, so the trailer, like I said earlier, might not be for everybody, or we just can't get the trailer. We've done Chicago rooftop parties.
Yeah.
And so that's where our portable targets come in handy, and we bring those that people can throw pretty much anywhere.
Okay.
But the Hammerschlagens, it's a hit.
Yeah.
If you're practicing to kill, they got you need.
Yeah.
So, Axe Legends.
Yeah. And then they will come out.
How big was
do
the
that.
nail that you hit in right away?
It was your basic 10 penny.
It was your basic 10 penny nail.
I have no idea. I'm making that.
Yeah,
up.
no, because
It's a big nail.
It was a big nail. Okay.
If
It wasn't
have you been to the old German beer hall in
I have
Milwaukee?
not. Mm-mm.
At the bar, you go. They have a stump, and the hammer is on a chain, so you can't go away with it. At a bar, if you have a hammer for a game, put it on a chain, so that if somebody gets pissed off at somebody else at the bar, they can't walk over and get the hammer. Very smart. Although you can trick people into coming over by the stump if you want. But you buy a couple.
Put your hand down here.
Yeah. Let's see whose hand is bigger. But you buy a couple of nails behind the bar, and then you go and
you hammer
it's so
them in.
fun.
Yeah.
And you guys bring that up. And you don't have to get your own stump and all that. Where do you get your stumps at?
So we have a wood vendor, so we get all of our, because we changed the targets for
I imagine
our axes.
you have to do that pretty frequently, right?
Every
It's
event.
Yeah.
It's an odd job that you have where you can say to somebody, "We have a wood vendor."
Yeah, so
pornographic.
We update our Instagram too, about all of our kind of changing
Games
our
and things.
targets. I mean, if you saw this weekend, we posted us changing our targets for the weekend of in advance.
How long does like a target last when they're throwing an axe at it? Like how many?
It depends on how big the event is.
Yeah.
If you're having a big event that's a lot of people throwing all day, we're going to change them.
That's just a 1-day target or whatever.
Yeah. But if it's a smaller event, we can sometimes get 2 events out of them.
Do you have a paint vendor too? Or do you guys hand paint them? There's a stencil or?
Yeah, we have a customized stencil and we just spray paint them on. Huh. And what's cool, we also customize. So we have like, different events such as college grad parties that want
I'm writing this down.
Want a special stencil. They can provide it. We can figure out sometimes how to get it, and we can kind of customize the axe targets to their event.
If you bang on the counter in my radio studio one more time, I'm going to throw an axe at you. All right, because listen, I'm writing all this down. This is how to start your own axe business. They're the only one here. And
Leo was touching my knee again.
Oh my gosh,
I'll get you an axe for self-defense. But there's a lot to it. Like when you think of pricing and all that, not only do you guys got to pay people and get the trailer and all the things, but I got to imagine the insurance rider, because you have everybody sign a release, but the insurance rider for this or umbrella or whatever has got to just be astronomical. Here's what we're going to do. We'd like you to insure our trailer. We take out to parties and people throw axes. But you guys are very safe about it. I mean, that seems like it was the number one thing. Has there been an incident? Because I've been to bowling where I've seen somebody throw the ball backwards where you're eating pizza and drinking beer.
I've seen that too.
I've had golf. I hit my friend Dan Kyle with a golf ball. I was teeing off. He was standing behind me, about 12 feet behind me, and I hit him in the genitals with a golf ball, and it was not intentional. I was doing that thing before where you get up there and you're warming up or whatever, and I'm kind of wielding the club around. The back of the club hit the golf ball and flew back and hit him. They're in a cage, and you have one person in there at a time, and you have a lot of safety going on.
Yeah. So
has there been an incident?
No. So we are fully insured. Insurance is expensive, but that's why we do put a lot of emphasis on our axe coaches, because they are all fully trained and they take you through it step by step. And they're also making sure that everyone is throwing safe. I think the biggest injury you could call that we've had is someone broke their nail, but it was an ununrelated incident.
It hurts though when it happens.
Yeah.
Look at I broke my nail over the weekend.
Not from axe throwing, so
you can't flip him off.
I'm not flipping him off.
A lot of people think the axe is going to bounce back and hit them.
No,
however
it
hard
does
you
feel like that sometimes.
But it doesn't.
It hits the target and drops to the ground, and you feel like a failure. But you keep trying, and they give you hints. Like I go up there and try and throw one arm. They're like, no, do both hands and go over your head, and here's how you step. And they showed me one time, and the very next axe,
you were able to
stuck in the wood.
It is pretty amazing.
Yeah. So that is the versatility of our axe coaches, because some people, do throw better with 2 hands. You can keep the axe more straight, which allows it to stick more. But then there's people like myself who I'd prefer to throw one hand like darts. Yeah. And so that's what makes it so cool is these axe coaches will coach you through the different throws, not just after your first throw, but all the way through as many throws as you want to do to make sure that you're sticking the axe. And once you start sticking the axe, you become more accurate with it and try to get your bullseye.
It's kind of a quick learn.
Yeah.
I want to do under the leg with the axe. So I imagine that's not allowed. But you had there was a fingernail injury.
Yeah, but it was unrelated.
And then you smirk. So I imagine that was quite the party. Yeah. All right. If you have questions, we'll go to the text line again. We're going to play with the toy axes here in just a couple of minutes. It's 9:05 WIIL Rock Morning Show. Tom and Leah.
Just hold your horses.
And Jack, the axe man,
and Lumberjack.
We call him Lumberjack. They're very good with the axe throwing. They're not so good with the obvious nicknames. They're at axelegends.com. I stalled for you.
75 and sunny for today. 56 overnight. 77 mostly sunny for tomorrow. It's 65 in McHenry. 65 in Lake Bluff, and botched interviews. No, I'm not talking about this one. I'm talking about job interview. This guy, he shares his experience, and I think it takes the cake. That is on the way next. Also, maybe a little help for you if you're interviewing for a job anytime soon.
I have my standard job interview hint. Have you heard of it?
Yes. Yeah, we just talked about it recently. Save it. You could include it in this one.
Thank you for allowing me to do that.
Yeah, no problem. It's coming up after the 95 WIIL Rock and 95 second update. Ashton Coert, 29 of Kenosha, charged with a drug-induced homicide for allegedly killing a McHenry man with counterfeit pills containing fentanyl. Coert, currently held in Kenosha County Jail, faces up to 30 years in prison if convicted. Investigation linked Coert to the crime through evidence that was found at the victim's residence and on his cell phone. Lake County Sheriff's Deputy Andrew Martini was awarded the Governor's Medal of Honor for bravery in protecting officers and a civilian from a man wielding a meat cleaver near Round Lake.
Jack, do you have a meat cleaver at the thing? Can people try and throw a meat cleaver?
We do have different axes that we have tested out, but we stick with the ones that stick the best for people trying to throw.
Okay, so no meat cleavers.
But can it be BYOC? Bring your own cleaver or not?
No.
I want maybe. Can you bring your own thing and try and?
For the general public, I'm gonna say no, but for you, I think we can make an exception.
I don't think insurance would cover that. Deputy Martini received the award from Governor J.B. Pritzker for his heroic actions. WIIL Rock Sports, that is brought to you by Windy City Rooter. They drain your pipes, not your wallet.
As heroic actions.
Even though it was a cleaver. Milwaukee Brewers, they beat the Marlins 7-5. Cubs beat the Braves 4-3. Chicago White Sox, they snapped a 4-game losing streak by beating the Toronto Blue Jays 5-0. Those series continue today. In the NBA playoffs, Boston Celtics rallied for a victory over the Pacers. Western Conference Finals tonight, we've got Dallas at Minnesota. And in the NHL playoffs, Panthers, they will be at Rangers. And finally, botched interviews. I couldn't tell you the last time I applied for a job interview, like actually sat down at a job interview.
Yeah. Unrelated.
Maybe a decade ago.
Unrelated, but you may want to
polish up on my skills. I had a boss that used to tell me always be applying, a boss from here, always apply, always be interviewing, just to never get out of the habit of interviewing for a job, because then people get in that situation and they do or say something stupid, right? I know what your hint is, and this is
I get people contact me and they always think they're doing me a favor. Like, hey, you want to come work at a real radio
right.
station?
Oh, I have that.
Last thing, I'm like, you don't understand. I get to go in, and with my co-host, we said the word groin for 18 seconds and nobody
even stopped us.
This is a wonderful job.
Yeah.
I love this.
There's no way you could top it.
Yeah.
It's not about the money. So even if you're offering more
obvious.
money, this user on Reddit, he recently went viral after revealing a botched interview that he had. The interviewer asked the applicant, how did you get here today? If I were to ask you, how did you get here today?
I drove, my car is parked in your shrubbery. I saw your bushes were a little too bushy, so that's why it's parked there. Also, you're going to need to replace your fire hydrant. This is a stupid place to put fire hydrant. That ties in nicely with my hint, which is, Jack, you want to hear a job interview hint? This is good. You're in college. You'll
Let's hear it.
It's a real thing, okay? It's a real thing. Why is he not writing this? If you go into a job interview, like today, did we offer you coffee and water or whatever?
Well, I'll still only have the coffee if I did well in the interview. But water,
we did say that.
But water was provided.
Your first class.
My first class.
And one refill. But if somebody offers you a beverage at a job interview, not here, but at a job interview, or you can say it here, you say, no thanks, but I'll take a beer if you got one. Because if they laugh, it's a place you want to work at.
Mm-hmm.
If they give you a beer, it's a place you really want to work at. And if they don't hire you because of your answer to that question, you didn't want to work there anyway, because they have no sense of humor and no beer.
Right.
It's a win-win.
So the very first thing, I'm serious, in a real job interview, you're wearing a little suit, you got your U of I degree in axe throwing, and they're like, you're doing it. And then if you don't get the job, you go back with your axe and you just cleave their head wide open. No, but I'm serious about that.
That's his tip.
Because you don't want to work at a place where they don't have a sense of humor or beer, right?
Yeah.
You're not going to do it, are you, Jack?
I might. My next
I give you sage advice. You don't listen. Anyway, she wants to get to her thing.
No. I'm fine. That's good. That's good
very
advice.
good advice. Yeah.
And you were pretty close anyways.
Really?
Yeah. By bus.
By bus.
That's what he responded.
Well, there's nothing wrong with that. Why would you not hire somebody who takes public transportation?
No, because they asked him, how did you get here today? And he said, by bus. That's not what they were looking for.
What was your path?
Yeah. How did you?
Point?
Yeah.
That was when we talked about that the NFL draft, they asked I think it was the first or second draft pick or whatever. They went over and asked the guy's mom, tell us about your journey. And they're talking about like your son growing up and taking him to practice and all that stuff. And she went, well, we flew into, and she told them her flight schedule. And they're like, all right. And then they changed the question.
Yeah.
Well, tell me about, blah, 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 growing up. And then she answered that question properly. How'd you get here? By bus. If they were joking, I'd hire them. If they didn't get the question, nah.
Well, Also, though, you're nervous. I feel like in a job interview, if someone answers like perfectly, you don't want to hire that person either, because then it's just phony.
The most radio is competitive, but the most competitive job I applied for. You want another story or not, Jack? Or is this getting to be too much? You want to talk about the actors?
I would love another story.
I feel like Leah's wants to leave the situation. Can I tell another story?
Tell another story, Thomas.
Right. The most competitive job interview I ever had was in college. They needed people to work for housing. They wanted CCAs, camp and conference assistants. And I believe there were like 30 of them. And you got room and board for the summer, your meals, and you have to live in the dorm. And like, I don't know, like $1,000 for the whole summer or whatever it was. And kids did it because they wanted to take summer session and get credits and, graduate sooner. I just loved living in the dorms and dicking around. I was literally, anyway, the only one who didn't. So I applied for it, and I was like a runner-up or whatever, or whatever. I didn't get the job, but then somebody dropped out, so I got the job. And I went, and I'm like, how did I, like 500 kids applied for 30 spots. And they're like, well, we really liked your interview. They're like, you really seemed like you'd be fun this summer. And it wasn't that I'd be good at the job. It was that I would be fun. And yeah, we threw parties and everything. They had one floor of the dorms they all lived on. Second floor, Wells East, UW Whitewater, except they didn't have enough room for 2 people. So me and my buddy Mike in a wheelchair both lived on the 3rd floor. I had my own dorm, and I had the master key. So my friends would come up, and it was like I was the Holiday Inn. I gave them dorm rooms. We had parties. I played volleyball. I drank all summer.
Live your best life.
Most competitive job I ever had. And it wasn't that I interviewed well about the job.
It was just that you sound like you were a good time.
You got to be a little lighthearted in there, and that's where the beer thing comes from. Jack's not writing any of this down. I'm not telling you another story, Jack.
He has a better memory than you. He's much younger than both.
It's hard for him to focus with your hand on his leg when you get off his knee. Ask questions with Jack. Ask questions. You got questions you want to ask Jack? We'll get them answered coming up next on WIIL Rock.
Eric was way behind on his taxes.
I owed a lot of money to the IRS, almost $15,000. I tried to make payments.
The IRS wasn't satisfied with Eric's efforts, so they came after him full force.
They're coming to put a lien and a hold on all my income, my home, my car. I was just overwhelmed at what to do.
Then Eric called Optima Tax Relief.
When Optima Tax got involved, the calls would stop, the threats would stop. It was easy like 1, 2, 3.
Optima Tax Relief is A+ rated by the Better Business Bureau, and their team of expert tax professionals took care of Eric's problem.
I owe $15,000, and now my debt is clean. I don't owe anything.
Take Eric's advice.
If you have a tax problem, you need to call Optima Tax now.
Call Optima Tax Relief for a free consultation. Call 800-348-0269. 800-348-0269. 800-348-0269.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
I'd be surprised. I wouldn't. I'd be surprised if Volo Museum didn't end up with an axe throwing.
You think?
Thing. They have everything.
They do a lot
there.
of interactive stuff, but it's more like educational.
This is educational. They could do this at Volo.
Okay.
They could have an axe throwing thing, but I think that's a very big undertaking. Like the places that have it now, the brick and mortar places. There's like a lot to it. That would be a whole side job. But they do have so much stuff like that fun stuff to do at the Volo Museum. Summer's coming up. You're going to have to keep the kids busy. VoloFun.com.
I do believe they have season passes too. So that would be something to have for the kids. But if you're going out there, I do say at least get the combo pass, because then that way you could come back for free the following day. You don't have to rush through everything, because there really is a lot. They recently spent $10 million just in the last few years on new exhibits, renovations, tons of improvements. So if you've been there recently, odds are that they've added something and you could go see something new.
If you want to know more, just go to the website. It's volofun.com. Open every day, 10 to 5. That's volofun.com, volofun.com. Somebody on the text line sent in the song we should be using for this.
Oh, good.
I'm an idiot for missing. Yeah. Jack, does that ring true? You put on women's clothes? Is your lumberjack? That's Monty Python, by the way. You can't go wrong with Monty Python.
I have no idea what that
Did
was.
you not like it it's the lumberjack song? Lumberjack.
Jack, I
think
get
that's
it.
my personal theme song.
Yeah. That's his walk-up song
There
to
you
throw
go.
an axe.
You like gladiator movies, Jack? So let's go to the text line and see what actual people want to talk about. When throwing an axe one-handed, did you know Tom's stories are a blessing and a curse? I don't know what that means.
I don't either.
There's a lot. Has Jack's dad ever accused him of stealing the ice cream scoop? Okay, now we're just picking on me. How fast can you throw an axe? Do you guys have? It's not about speed. It's about accuracy. Getting it
yeah.
stick. You don't have a radar gun version of this, or do you know how fast you can throw an axe?
No, I mean, we've seen people chuck it as hard as you can, but the harder you throw it, the less chance it's going to stick.
Right,
it's
right.
more about the accuracy and getting the rotations. But I mean, you can try it.
Yeah. This question is, how far will you travel? I think we mentioned that.
Mm-hmm.
What's the farthest you'll go to do your business?
So
that sounds like I'm asking the dog to poop. I'm sorry. How far will you take your axe throwing trailer? Don't do your business.
So it depends. So if the event is, they want to agree to the quote we give them, we will go as far as Canada.
You'll drive as far as they want.
But it varies. We stay more around the Chicagoland area, but we will sometimes travel to right across the border in Wisconsin, Indiana, Iowa, even.
Mm-hmm. All right. Do you like the long road trip? We're going on an axe throwing adventure on the weekends. Men just get their axes and hop in the van and let's go. What's the crew? How many guys do you take? What's the crew?
We take normally like 3 to 4.
Yeah.
I will say there are different experiences. The car rides are fun, and sometimes the events are very cool.
Yeah.
Because they're
you get to enjoy the
events.
Yeah.
Someone's paying you to come, all the way to Iowa. They're a lot bigger events.
Is there a festival that you would recommend? How long have you been doing this?
This would be my 3rd year.
And is there like a festival you would recommend? Like that was the coolest thing we went to in the area,
The breweries are always fun. They're very unique, each one itself. But I would say like the biggest festival. Have you guys heard of FanDuel?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And the betting site?
Mhm.
Yeah, so they did a fan fest at.
Have I heard of FanDuel?
He has a gambling problem.
I do not. If you have a gambling problem, there's websites for that.
Insert the number.
Yeah, I don't know.
No, but so they did a fan fest, and there was a celebrity axe throwing competition with Devin Hester, Brian Urlacher, some of the Chicago sports legends, and then they had a concert with Wiz Khalifa, Aleso, and it was a huge event that we were able to be part of.
Does Brian Urlacher look creepy in person with hair too, or is it just on the billboards?
Just the billboards.
Yeah, so the hair looks okay.
Yeah, looking pretty natural.
Don't tell him I said that.
I won't.
All right, thank you. We got a toy axe throwing thing here in the studio.
And I'm just ready to.
We're gonna do. We got to get it
so.
on camera. We'll put it over by the fridge.
No, I'm just gonna move the camera that Jack is on right now.
Okay, she's
Oh,
gonna.
wow,
oh,
thanks.
whoops! I touched you, Jack. I'm sorry, you're not on camera.
No,
we'll go
he's
over
gonna
there and
go
do it.
over
Okay.
there.
So
Yeah.
why is there? It's like a toy one, or not toy, but like safe in the studio one. It's got the little, I don't know, little foamy things and plastic axes. Why do you have that? Do you take that out too? Is that like a practice one, or is it? Did you buy it because you're going to be on a radio show and they put all the
asked you to
axes
bring
in there?
an
Why
axe.
do you guys have like a little toy pretend one?
So mainly because we couldn't bring our axe
Yeah.
thing in the radio. But also it's a good idea because sometimes or most of the time we don't allow kids under 12 to throw axes. For,
So you have
liability.
this out at your events for the little ones to try
yeah,
sometimes?
it gets the little ones involved,
That's
'cause
cool.
they can't really do,
Yeah.
hammerschlagen.
Yeah.
Ringo is sometimes fun if they're tall enough.
Yeah.
Cornhole's a little bit challenging.
Not
but
for my kid.
There's
but-
nothing more fun than teaching your children to throw axes.
Yeah,
I think.
yeah.
You know,
But you got to wait till they're 12.
what could possibly go wrong when you're doing something like that? We're going to try it next. Lee and I will have a competition, and there's throwing stars. And every boy, when he was younger, wanted actual throwing stars.
yeah.
Ryan probably owns throwing
stars.
Does he?
I'm sure he does. Yeah,
Yeah.
it just doesn't tell me.
Sweet,
about
sweet
it.
Emily.
Mhm.
Her husband owned like 7 machetes and throwing stars.
Well, didn't he have like
He had a flamethrower,
he had a flamethrower?
machetes. He cut his hand
A
using a
samurai
machete.
sword. Didn't he have a
Yes,
samurai
yes,
sword?
yes.
Yeah,
He cut
yeah.
his hand using a machete
Yeah,
to
he's
trim the
a-
bushes.
Our
Yeah.
biggest children are our husbands. Yeah.
Lee and I are going to square off.
Let's go.
Are we going to do the throwing stars or the axes?
I say do throwing stars.
Why?
Right? Wouldn't you? I don't, because the axes are harder.
We're going to go the easy route.
Mhm.
I like the
I
way
think
you
she's
think.
just bad at throwing the axes.
Yeah.
Listen,
So what do you
a
have?
real axe I'm good with.
We have 3 throwing stars.
Mhm.
Each of us 3 stars.
Yep.
What's the bet? Think about it,
Okay.
and we'll. If you have an idea for the bet, text it in now. 800-223-9510, and we'll square off. And you're the judge, Jack. Okay.
I will be.
And that is coming up next on Will Rock. Looking for a career. I'm not talking about a job, but a career, something you can build on, something that has a bright future, great wages. You know what I'm going to tell you about becoming a union electrician with the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers, Local 117. They keep the power on in McHenry and King County, and that could be you earn while you learn with a 5-year apprenticeship while you accumulate no debt. Look, you don't have a big debt load to pay off when you're done with this. You get paid while you're learning to do it, and at the end, you get to be a union electrician. Career, great wages, great benefits, and the ability to work anywhere in the country. As a union electrician, it can all start right here with the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers, Local 117, keeping the power on in McHenry and Kane County. It's never too late to join IBEW Local 117. Find them online at IBEW117.org.
Spanning the globe to bring you the constant variety of sport, the thrill of victory, and the agony of defeat.
That's Leo. Human drama.
Did you see the text line?
Don't interrupt you, McKay.
This is
ABC's Wide World of Sports. Now, you're too young to remember this, both of you, but when I was a kid, ABC's Wide World of Sports was on Saturdays, and they would have like all the weird sports,
right?
Including like the lumberjacking thing, which I don't know that they did axe throwing. They did that where you run on the log and where you climb the pole, where you chop the tree down. But this would end up on something like that. Has this been on TV, axe throwing yet? Because they do bags now on TV. They have pillow
fights
everything
on TV.
ESPN 8, the Ocho. Has this been on TV yet, Jack?
Yeah, they have professional leagues and competitions there. They have throwing star competitions, axe, and knife.
Have you looked? Are you good?
Yeah, I would say I'm good. Yeah.
No big deal. Well, let's find out. Let's have you demonstrate. We got the target set up. You can see this all on TomTube live in the studio. 95willrock.com for the stream. Come on over here, Jack, and get the 3 throwing stars. And then so we're gonna do 3. How far away are normally when people do this out at a thing or whatever? How far away do they? 12 feet. We don't have 12 feet in here. We have 9. So I mean, it's a little easier, or is it more difficult because you're too close? We'll see. We'll find out. We'll find out. Jack is gonna back up a little more. Jack, I feel like you're cheating. Are you good at this? Could you enter one of those competitions?
Not at the level they do it. No.
Yeah, move that mic closer to him, and I will crank that up so don't get too close to it. All right. So you're gonna throw the 3 stars, and this is how it's to be done. This is how it's. This is on video. You're on the right. Tens of people waiting to see how you do, Jack.
All right.
Here we go. Star 1.
Wow.
In the black, so it goes black, white, red. Star 2 bounced off. You suck.
Wow.
Okay, so he got 1 black, 1 white, 0 red. Now, how would that score?
Probably 4 points. 3 and 1.
So 3 for the white, 1 for the black, and what is
for the red?
5 for the red. 5, 3, 1.
5, 3, 1. All right.
3 stars. Put that back over there.
Sorry.
It's cranked up. You want to go first or second? She said, you go first to me. And then I'm like, let's do rock, paper, scissors. And she goes, well, ladies first. I'm like, you just defeated yourself.
I was calling you a lady, but I guess I
I missed that
too.
joke. It was pick on pop. All right. Do you want to go first or second? I don't care. I'll go first.
Go first.
I'm going first.
You go first.
It goes 5, 3, 1. And you threw it like I'm a guy, so I think I should be able to do this. 5, 3, 1.
What?
Because no, but as children, you wanted throwing stars, right?
Yeah.
Did you, as a girl, as a child, did you want throwing stars? No. See, it's a dumb.
I wanted a boomerang.
Right. It's a dumb boy thing.
Yeah,
We want something where you can really hurt somebody.
Okay.
All right. So 5, 3, 1. And this is the line. Jack is the judge. Here we go. Okay.
You got to hit the target.
That fluttered through the air, end over end. So it's more wrist, isn't it? All right. That was a warm up.
That's a warm.
Do we get 1 mulligan each? You can have a mulligan if I get a mulligan.
Okay.
I
Everyone.
really want a mulligan.
Fine. Get a mulligan.
All right. I'm going to get
Where's my mulligan?
You don't get a mulligan, Jack.
You're not in the competition.
By the way, Jack, you had one hit the floor too, just so we're clear on
discuss
this.
what we were betting on, but
Oh, what's the bet?
There's
What's the
your
bet?
ass. Look at-
What's the
there's your
bet?
ass.
What's the bet?
Someone said.
See, my butt's on the camera. She goes, there's your ass. Jack, you're not special. She sexually harasses all of us. She missed the training, apparently. What is the bet?
Take a shot of whatever's in the fridge, whether
What
it
is-
be.
Nah,
Look
do
at-
the Lord.
Look at this. Look at this.
Look
There's
at-
hot sauce.
Yeah.
Oh.
There's a Dr. Pepper that's 300 years old. Oh, here we go. Jesse Jane Spirits, Devil's Devil. What do we got? We got white wine. There's
There's a Crown Royal in there.
Oh, Crown. Where's the Crown? Okay, yeah. That's almost, we can empty that out.
Yeah, but where did that come from?
I have no idea.
Okay.
Loser drinks a shot of Crown.
All right.
It's apple.
I gotta go to the school.
You're that mom. Here we go. One mulligan if you want it.
Okay.
You don't have to take a mulligan, so
No.
we won't play. All right. Here we go. Here we go. Wrist. You get to watch me throw. This is BS.
Oh.
It went in a black and bounced out. All right, that's my mulligan. I'll shoot that again.
Yeah.
Was that too hard?
No.
Coach me, Jack. Was that too hard or too soft? Was that too hard or too soft, Jack?
Leah, that was inappropriate.
Oh, I'm inappropriate. Oh no, Leah said that.
Yeah,
That's right.
she said it was inappropriate.
Jack, I like you. Not as much as she does.
Was
that too
little flick?
Throw
flick
the
next
damn
time.
Was that
star.
too little more flick?
Yeah.
We get coaching.
Oh.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Gotta aim better.
Mhm.
I ain't better. Jack, I have a weapon in my hand. It might be plastic, but I can put an eye out. All right, it's just got to get it to stick. Here we go.
Yeah.
Here we go.
No pressure. Oh.
So what,
So
Jack?
all I have to
Jack,
do.
what was my score? What do I?
I think it was.
I can't do the
wait,
math.
let me count. Let
I
me
can't
count.
do the math.
Yeah, 0.
0. All right, 0. I'll get them for you, Leah. There's my butt again.
Thank you,
I can't
Papa.
put that out again. Now I'm going to throw them back.
Oh yeah. Okay. Nice
All
to
right.
hand them over.
So my
So really, you
score,
just gotta stick one.
The
Yeah,
score
right?
to beat. The score to beat is 0. She has 4 stars to
I'm
do
gonna
it.
do it with my eyes closed.
You're up. All right, not even close.
That was
None.
with their eyes closed. I can attest.
And there's 1
Oh.
point. We have a winner. You want your mulligan? You
Yeah,
can throw one more.
Again, why not? What if I knock the other one out? How funny would that be?
Oh.
It's barely in
You
there.
don't have to take your mulligan. If you can
I
stop
know, I
now if
know,
you
but
want.
now I
All
wanna-
right,
now I wanna
all
see.
Knock it out. Knock it out. It's right on the edge.
Oh, I almost
Oh.
did. All right, so I got 1 point.
So the score, Jack, for the math, because I lost track, the score was Tom.
Let me. What was it again? I forgot.
Tom,
Oh, I got
0.
0.
And Leah, what did she have?
1.
One.
Very
So-
high scoring
Whatever.
matchup.
So the score, and again,
All
for
I
those
had to
who-
do was stick 1, and I did it.
Did you lick
I
it?
didn't even lick
You
it.
gotta lick it
Damn
before you
it.
stick it. Damn it. Ray and Raymond have the vehicle you're looking for. I'm driving a brand new Chevy Silverado from Ray Chevy in Fox Lake and Raymond Chevrolet in Antioch. It's car swap time. When I hit 5,000, I take it in. Then you can get a dealer demo. You can drive that Silverado and save some money on it. If you want to do that, car swap, I believe, is next week. They're surprising me with the new vehicle, and you're going to be surprised with the deal you get at Ray and Raymond because it's the best deal you can get on a new Chevy. They will not be beat on price on a new Chevy. So whether it's a truck, they've got a huge selection, including the Silverados, or a car or an SUV, they have it for you at Ray and Raymond. You're not going to have to compromise on the vehicle or the price. Go in, take a test drive this week and see what I'm talking about. Ray Chevy is on 12 in Fox Lake. Raymond Chevrolet is on 173 in Antioch.
Bears fit.
All right, so Jack's got to go pretty quick. He's got to get to his other job, and Leah's like, "Oh, where do you work?"
Oh my
Jack?
God! Stop!
What time do you get off?
What time do you get off?
Okay, Jack. Damn it!
That's what you were saying.
Totally. He's
Where do you
good.
work? What time do you get off?
He's good.
Oh, I bet he's. You'd like to find out, wouldn't you?
No. Listen, he is good because he's feeding into your malarkey.
No, you wanted me to use the dump on there, didn't you?
He's feeding into your malarkey, and then he's adding on to it. I did not ask you what time you got off. That would be inappropriate.
You did say I was very, very good. So
Yeah,
You
okay.
win the day. You win the day for the use of the term malarkey. Point for Leah. So speaking of a point for Leah, she beat me in star throwing 1-0. We need to buy one of these. Do you know what this costs? I can bring it out to our 501s or whatever. Do you know what this toy version costs? I'll look it up. And I thought you were going to forget. I got to do a shot of Crown Apple.
Absolutely. I don't even think it's a shot. Look at.
We're moving
wow.
It is a shot. We're moving it's exactly a shot. Oh man, I don't want to do it because I don't want to waste our Crown Apple. What if we have a guest in that likes Crown Apple?
We'll get another bottle.
So I wanted to get the camera closer to the thing so you could see how Leah beat me. And I'm like, the camera's as close as it could be. Here's how smart Jack is. Not only is he leave it there, it was perfect. Not only is he smart.
I think Leah said that earlier.
And good
too.
at axe throwing. He's like, why don't we just move the target closer then? He's dead sexy. And he's got brains
so
too.
Intelligent.
He's Jack. And do you want to plug your dad's catering business?
Yeah, that's why I was asking.
No, yeah.
So where do you work? What
God,
time's your
I
shift?
everywhere. I gotta go.
You ever eat sushi?
Joey B's Catering. It's out of Highland Park, Illinois.
Thanks for telling us it's Illinois, Jack.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Don't say the wwws and don't say Illinois. So it's out of Highland Park. And what kind of catering do you guys do?
So he does a very wide range of different catering, a lot of sandwiches, lunches,
Nice.
Corporate events.
And
also,
you're working today? That's probably
also private parties as well. So
right.
like nice dinners.
Cool.
What's it called?
Joey B's Catering.
Find it online?
No, he doesn't have a website, but his phone number is 847-630-7948.
Does he do like Facebook or something?
No, so the cool thing about
You
him
need
is
to teach him online, Jack.
no, all word of mouth. So
Okay.
yeah, if he did that, he'd be too busy and he didn't want to have to turn down people.
Catering, call them up. Worst advertising ever, word of mouth. You know why? People like to bitch. They don't like to say
That
nice
too,
things.
yeah.
You need to control the narrative. So you need to talk to the account professionals here at 95 WIIL Rock. I'm sure one of them will come in a minute and ask if axlegends.com wants to advertise because that would make sense.
Mm-hmm. They're running in. I hear them.
Yep. Any moment now, they're going to come in and see if the catering company or the axe throwing company wants to advertise. All right. If you want to advertise, send an email to me, Tom at 95WIILRock.com. And if you want the catering info, you can send that as well. And I will pass it along. Or Leah was saying, Jack, why don't you just give her your number?
Yeah.
And then she will have the catering
already
information.
done. Put it in my phone.
Here's how, not only did she
The
beat
catering
me,
information and the work schedule.
not only, and any nudes you may have.
Okay.
So not
slow
only
down.
did she beat me with the lowest possible score, 1-0, her star, if you look, it's one of these targets where it's like furry things, that catch it in there.
That
Her
is fantastic.
Her star is held on by one. It's in the last row of furry things. That is the very last possible row.
Oh.
You beat me as you won. I'm not saying
yeah. By
you
the skin of my
by the
teeth.
skin of your. Oh, and she likes to feel skin between her teeth.
I
We
do
learned
like
that
to
on it.
bite.
So here's my shot of Crown Apple.
There it is.
This is to axlegends.com. Jack, thanks for coming in.
Thank you for having me.
Nothing says your work day like a shot of, I got to put the camera on so everybody else like a shot of, look at me shaking. That's why I can't win at this.
Oh, that's it. Don't think that was the problem, sir.
There's a shot of Crown Apple. Sweet, sweet Crown
Apple. Is it chunky?
That's spot, I'll tell you that. Jack, what are you doing later? Thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you, Jack.
Thank you guys so much for having me. I appreciate it.
If you want to know more about what they do, it's mobile axe throwing. Go to axlegends.com. That's axlegends.com. When you call them up, make sure you say, hey, send that the teacher Lumberjack out. And see us, axlegends.com, mobile axe throwing. And your dad's catering business again is called what?
Joey B's Catering out of Highland Park.
And if you Google it, will at least the phone number come up probably? Or
possibly, but the phone number.
Is your dad like, the internet's a fad? I don't need the internet.
He is pretty old school.
They'll steal all my information. What's the phone number?
847-630-7948.
Was that Crown Apple infused with marijuana?
I don't think so. Why?
Because
Does
it tastes like it was
it?
infused with marijuana. Coming up, Tom stoned and axes throwing here at the G Spot on Will Rock. You could probably guess who that is. It's Motley Crue with Dogs of War. I like it. I like it. New Crew on 95 WIIL Rock, the rock station. Something very exciting to tell you about. Leah's not here right now. Her daughter, Quinn, who I love. I love Quinn. She is a delightful individual. Yeah. Leah's not here because she's running over to school right now, which is why I let her win in the axe throwing because I'm a gentleman. She has to run over to school right now because Quinn is attempting to beat the record, the school record, not just this year or anything, the school record in the mile run. Like that is a long-standing record there. That is awesome. I hope Quinn gets that today. So she's a good kid. So Leah is gone on the show today. I don't know. Firefighting fight. Oh, yeah, that was fun. And tacos and mozzarella sticks. Hair in them. Oh, and thanks to Jack from Axe Legends for coming in and letting us throw axes today. If you want to do it, go to their website. It is axelegends.com. Very fun. I'm going to buy one of the mobile ones. I think we got a new game for the 501 Club party, so that's cool. Miss Day, Miss a lot, whatever that was. We'll wrap things up next on the WIIL Rock Morning Show. Well, that was a fun day. How often do you get to throw even toy axes at work? So appreciate Jack coming in and the folks from axelegends.com. Good day at work. That is a good day already. And it's only 9:54. I'm going to get out of here. Back to this afternoon at 2, filling in for Albert today. So I will have another clue for you at 5:30 for the 95 WIIL Rock 3 lock box. And the local song today for 420 of the day. Going to be some fun this afternoon. I'll talk to you this afternoon. And otherwise tomorrow morning, bright and early, 5 until 10. Other than that, you have a good day. Genmar coming in next. Be nice to each other. 95 WIIL Rock, the rock station.
Hey ho, host.